unloading valve, API valve. Assembly of valve disc assembly. Clean the disc O-ring slot. Lightly greased. Insert the valve disc O-ring. Note that O-ring must not be twisted. Press it to be flat. If using a rat O-ring, it needs to be soaked in hot water for 1 minute to soften before assembly. Assembly of the transmission shaft system. Apply a little grease to the shaft hole of the lower valve body. Thread the sector gear onto the drive shaft, so that the pin on the drive shaft fits into the sector gear groove. Please note the direction of the sector gear. Some F4 shaft sleeves and 3 O-rings should be fixed and sealed with hole blocks in sequence according to the drawing requirements. Put on the cone spring, F for spring pressure seat. Press on the handle and thread through the handle pin. And use a split pin to prevent loosening. Please note the position of the handle. Screw in M620 set screws on the valve body to lock the drive shaft and prevent it from falling off. A part assemble, such as valve disc and spring. Place the valve body on the workbench. Tilt the spring and place it on the upper valve body, and hold the valve disc and press it down firmly. Pull the handle at the same time until the sector gear mesh into the gear shaft. Note the meshing position during the operation, ensuring that the lower teeth of the sector gear mesh with the last tooth of the gear shaft. Pull the handle and clamp it onto the handle positioning pin. Place the sealing O-ring of the upper and lower valve bodies and close the upper valve body. Tighten the 8 pieces of M635 socket head cap screws symmetrically and lock the lower nut. Maintenance disassembly steps. Normally, sealing rings are recommended to be replaced in 6 months. They are wear parts or rings replacement depending on the situation. To do this, remove the upper valve body by triggering the handle onto the handle locating pin. A sharp tool can be used to remove the broken O-ring. Replace it with a new one. And wipe off the O-ring and sealing surface of the dirt. Eliminate some leaks caused by dirt. Handle issues such as valve disc not returning to its original position, foreign objects getting stuck in the tooth shaft teeth, or spring corrosion and fracture. Replacement of valve disc assembly and spring, and so on. Make a special hook and hold the valve with your left hand. Use the hook to pull out the bottom of the spring at the sector gear side position. Make the sector gear slide out to disengage from the meshing between the rack shaft and the sector gear. Removing the valve and spring allows you to check for problem areas and resolve the various faults described above. Treatment of shaft side leakage caused by broken O-rings. Remove the handle by loosening the M620 set screw. By removing the hose stops with internal circular pliers. The drive shaft can be removed by tapping the drive shaft while turning and pulling the shaft at the same time. Then replace the sealing O-ring. Excessive force causes the inner pin of the sector gear to break or the drive shaft to break, and the handle idles. The solution is to replace the pin or spindle with a new one.